Hey everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Eric. We have review number 45 today, and while we're getting very close to number 50, I need to think of something to do special. I don't know if I'll do a collaboration review again, or maybe I'll just bring out something special, like a really nice beer for that. So we'll see. We'll see when we get there. But for now, I finally brought out the beer that I've been meaning to bring out. It's a beer from Council, and as if you're from San Diego, you may know that they closed recently, actually, and I believe their last day was on the 15th or 16th, and it's always sad to see a brewery close, and just not everybody can hold out. There's a lot of competition, and this year they expanded to the area of Santee, and unfortunately, they couldn't keep up with the rising costs, and it was just an oversaturation of breweries in San Diego. So it's pretty hard to keep up, and unfortunately, I always thought that Council was a pretty solid brewery, and after 6.5 years, it's sad to see them go, and luckily, I was able to visit during the last week, and I got this crowler, so I'm pretty excited. I really like this is it's called Veto Power. It's a Belgian style triple, and it has 9.2% ABV, and it was filled on exactly 2 weeks ago, on the December 12th. Um, so here it says store refrigerated, best if consumed within 48 hours. Carbonation loss may occur, may not be consumed at Council Brewing. So it says 48 hours and it's been 2 weeks, but that should be fine. I've had crawlers for longer than that and they've been okay. So hopefully it's the same case with this. And so yeah, I've been trying to bring this beer out for the reviews because I really like Belgian style beers, especially triples. Belgian triples are my favorite Belgian style, and they're just usually pretty easy drinking and a lot of flavor. They usually like some spice in it, and it in a way it kind of tastes like an imperial like wheat beer, like a Hefeweizen, like a strong Hefeweizen, just like a lot of like yeasty, spicy, and kind of fruity as well. So that's kind of what I'm expecting out of this beer. And so with that said, we'll just get to it. And also, as I've said before, I hate doing crowler pours, so I might make a little bit of a mess. We'll see. Oh, there we go. And I only spilled just a few drops, so that was pretty good. And to start off, we have about a finger of head. And for the color, you can see it's a pretty like a goldish, very clear beer. And on the smell, we've got very fruity, definitely spice, like some banana, some clove. And just Belgian beers kind of just remind me of like the holidays, just because usually like during Christmas and December, you just smell a lot of spice going on in the kitchen, and that's what Belgian beers remind me of. And they're usually pretty good beers to pair with strong foods, it's like heavy foods. So um, let's try it out then, guys. Cheers. That's good. I definitely don't taste the 9%. I feel like it's more the percentage wise, it tastes more like a Belgian single. So a triple is just basically like a ramped up Belgian single, and so this one just it really isn't boozy, but it has more like the mouthfeel and the body of a triple. It just feels like a little heavier, a little more well-rounded beer. Definitely have some clove in there, some banana, um, a bit of a yeasty character to it. And, yeah, this is a pretty solid Belgian triple. Most of them they're really they're pretty straightforward. They don't hide any weird flavors, and usually triples don't have adjuncts. It's very rare for you to see a Belgian style triple with adjuncts, and I think that's pretty cool because you get to see if the brewery did a good job on their Belgian triple or not, because you can use adjuncts to hide the style, and it's either you make a good job or a bad job, and people will be able to tell right away. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen I believe there are also Belgian barrel aged Belgian style triples, but they're pretty hard to find. Um, Most people just stick to like aging the barrel aged quads. You know, just 'cause those have like a more malt forward presence, and usually more ABV as well. So it's just better for the beer to age a quad rather than a triple. Yeah, this is pretty easy drinking. It's nice carbonation. Definitely still there. I don't think it lost this any in these couple of weeks, so that's pretty good. Um, I had it in my room for a few days, and then I put it in the fridge. So luckily that change in temperature didn't affect it. So that's another plus. I really like doing crawlers from breweries. It's just more convenient than doing a growler where you're very limited on time rather than a crawler where they seal it better, even though you're still supposed to drink it fresh. Just it's not the exact quality as canning, so it's just meant like a can with a short lifespan. So although some crawlers are like they have been aged for a few months and they have come out good, but um, I think aging a crawler is kind of a risky decision. So I do have a couple of crawlers with stouts there. I'm kind of aging, so excited to see where those go. Probably won't do those in a review because they're pretty heavy, and I'd rather share those with people. This is just really thick beers and like high percentage, like around 12%. So definitely don't want to drink those by myself. And but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the spaces that council is leaving. Both tasting rooms. Maybe a new brewery will pop up. We'll see what happens there, and maybe they'll sell like their systems over to somebody else. I already know that they sold like a bunch of ingredients that they had left over to other breweries nearby, so that's pretty cool. Just like provided them with materials. So they did have like during their last week very cheap bottles and crowlers, and it was like a $5 minimum for most of their crowlers and their bottles, and all of that money went towards getting donated to the Sorry Setsumes the society fundraiser for Christmas. So it's very generous of them to donate so much money for a good cause. So that showed that people that they were finishing with a bang, and they were just proud to serve the community. So that was pretty nice of them. Very generous. But yeah, I think I think my rating for this beer might be a 4 out of 5. Um, it's a pretty nice Belgian triple. I just don't feel it like it's quite uh, like overwhelming something great out of it. So and it's got a nice taste, but I don't know. I kind of expected more out of it, but it's still a pretty nice beer. Um, too late to tell you guys to go try it out because they closed. But if you see their bottles lying around someplace, you should try them out. They definitely distributed a bunch of their sours, so those will be worth giving them a try, especially like aging some for a bit and see how they turn out. But and I think beer related, I don't think I have anything soon. Um, I do have a Modern Times membership, and that's gonna start next week, and I'm pretty excited. So I might be going to Modern Times more often now, and I'm excited for what the bottles that I'll be getting with that. And I have tickets to Carnival Caffeination in February, so if you have tickets for that, then I'll see you guys there. Um, that'll be during my birthday week, so I'm pretty excited. And I think until then, um, yeah, I think until then, I'll just see you guys next week. Uh, cheers, guys.